It's truly amazing, that spirit of Christmas.
Good morning. How are you guys? I thought I was very, very tired when I woke up, but I'm actually feeling okay. I just fed Polly. I'm making my coffee, getting some fresh pretzels that we got from the bakery on the table. What, hun?
Whoa.
That's cool. When you are trying to sleep, that is the worst thing. Do you like that?
Not like that. I like it, but I didn't know it.
Is that nice? Do you like it when it moves a little?
No.
No?
I like that.
When it goes in and out? Don't you love when you take your knitting out of your bag and you have all of your stitches off of the needle? And here I have 3, here I have a ton. Not a fan. You can make anything into a song.
No, it's not. I can't.
Yes, you can.
No.
You do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
When?
All the time.
I don't.
You make things into song that don't even make sense. So, time to blow out the candle. Turn off Rafi, because we all know I'm gonna get copyrighted. I get copyrighted every single video for my Ray Charles Spirit of Christmas opening. That will change next year. I'm sorry. I am sorry for those of you who have heard it year after year after year. I don't want to get copyrighted all the time. So, I'm going to heat up my coffee because it's cold. It's in my life. Also, those cups that you saw that I shared with you guys that I got from my grandma, she wanted to give me 2. I don't know why I only took 1. Also, she had a beautiful Christmas tea pot set. Every time I saw her, I forgot to take it home with me. Now, I can't tell you how much I'm kicking myself that I didn't take it. I drink tea all the time and I want a teapot, and that one would just be so perfect to use. I don't know how I kept forgetting. It's not that I didn't care or didn't want it. I'm talking about when we moved from America and came to Germany this last time. Very, very frustrating because I am sure it ended up going to a Goodwill. I don't think anybody took it. It's possible that maybe my Aunt Becky has it, but my grandma set it aside for me and I completely forgot it every time I went to visit. I think she was under the impression that I didn't want it. I did. And now I am bummed. So yesterday at the bakery, we picked up some Stollen, some miniature Stollen. And this Stollen was made with marzipan, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it still is pretty good. So I'm going to grab one of my little plates made by Monty Pots. She is featured in this January's In the Bleak Midwinter box of hygge. You guys, I feel like our hygge boxes always with the years get better and better and better. If you guys got the holiday one, I hope you guys loved it. I know I loved putting it together, and I think I would love opening it. So I hope that those of you who got it, share it on Instagram or share it with me. Share with me what you thought of it. Because as I said, I really loved it. And In the Bleak Midwinter is also going to be a pretty good box of hygge. Time to add a little bit more coffee to this one. So Stollen usually has dried fruit in it, and this does. But I don't like dried fruit that much, like raisins and apricots and dates inside of things. So I am looking for the one that has the least. It looks like this could be it. I feel like every country has their kind of fruitcake that's eaten at Christmas. I've never in my life, I don't think I have, tried American fruitcake. I can remember hearing like horrible things about it as a child. I would guess my dad maybe likes it, and I would guess my mom doesn't. And I remember one time we were in Texas and we were visiting my Aunt Irene, or my great Aunt Irene, my grandmother's, on my dad's side, her sister. And I remember she had fruitcake. And I remember we sat at the table and she served it. And I just remember looking at my mom and my sister and thinking, oh my gosh, are we really about to eat this thing that I've heard such terrible things about? And I don't know if I ate it. That I don't have a memory of. But, yeah, funny. Ooh, there's a lot of condensation on the windows. I better get that cleaned up. Tina prepped all of our Patreon yarns earlier this week, and these are all of the extras. So I'm just opening them. There are 4 sock sets left. I always dye extras in case we undercount. And so that way we always have more than enough of the 3 mini skeins and then of the sock set. So I'm going to open up these and just pop them up on the shelf. I'll probably use them for a kit. I might use them in our shop right now. We have where you can get yarn at a discounted price. So that's 100 gram skeins, fingering weight sock sets, DK weight sock sets, 5 20 gram minis. And sometimes you might get lucky enough that you get 2 50 gram minis plus 2 20 gram minis as a sock set. So instead of 120, you'll get 140 and 2 sock sets. So, oh, and the one that I am unpacking is November's yarn. So we have a lot of new Patreons this Vlogmas. Hello! So happy to have you guys here. Thank you so much for joining and coming along on our Vlogmas ride with us. And I've been getting a few emails of, hey, I signed up December 1st. It's already December 15th. When is my sock set being shipped out, or when is my yarn being shipped out? So how we do our yarn subscription for Patreon is, let's just use this month for example. If you sign up any day in December 1st, 7th, 15th, maybe you sign up on the 24th as a Christmas gift to yourself, or the 25th, then you will get your yarn the following month. So your yarn will be shipping January 10th through the 14th. So we usually ship it the second week of the following month. So you sign up in December. All December Patreon yarn will be dyed starting January 1st. I start dyeing that up because, as I said, we have people signing up all throughout the month. And then that way I can dye it all up in one batch. Patreon yarns, sock sets are always one of a kind. It would be pretty impossible to dye 3 skeins here, 4 skeins there, 1 skein this day for all of the days that people sign up. Even if I do it every week, it's not really manageable. So this way is the way that we found works perfectly. And then there aren't any spoilers via Instagram of people who already have their yarn. A lot of people like the surprise. So we ship them all on the same day. It just makes it the easiest for us for processing, and it just makes the most sense that way. So I hope that you guys understand. I hope that that made sense. And I hope that those of you who will be receiving your November Patreon yarns, which have already shipped out at the beginning of this week, love your yarn. The sock set is different than what we've normally done. And I think you'll understand what I mean when you open it. The way that we dyed the mini skein as opposed to the main skein is a little opposite of our normal way that we do our sock sets around here. So, yeah, I hope you guys love it, and I hope come January, those of you who have just joined this December absolutely love your yarn. We also dye our yarn always across to the same exact base, so you can always use them for a project. It's not like it's mixed yarns, which you can also use for a project, but I know there are a lot of people who are a bit nervous about mixing more twisty yarns, more plied yarn, more loosely plied yarn, different weights, things like that. So this is a pretty safe bet on using it for a project.
Because they'll know he's not dangerous, said Ron slowly. But, Harry, they're just vicious. Giants, it's like Hagrid said, it's in their natures. They're like trolls.
I am tired. You guys can hear a vlog in the background because
However, this is as bright as it's going to get.
I am
I don't have overhead lighting.
watching a vlog, one of ours, from editing. So I have 3 vlogs to watch right now, and then, I'm tired. Sometimes getting up early on school days is really hard. Okay, not sometimes, almost all the time. Especially because Robert and I like to stay up. We like to stay up a little bit late and just enjoy time together. I am sure so many of you can understand that time is so worth being a little bit tired. And then every once in a while when you really need it, we're both just like, we're going to bed with the girls. We are going to bed with the girls. I don't know if tonight will be one of those nights because Robert thinks about finally heading back to handball. So we'll see if he does. If he does, I will catch up on all of the Vlogmases because I am not. But you know, I've been thinking about it and I think that's really nice. I think I will really, really enjoy just choosing a Vlogmas and watching it all through. Obviously not in one sitting, but just choosing a Vlogmas, starting with day 1, watching what I have time for that day, next day watching a little more, so on and so forth. Then I can just pick and choose and just really get engrossed in a specific Vlogmas. So I am looking forward to that. And I just need to sit back, so it's the perfect time to watch these videos. I'm going to do a little bit of knitting. I finished the girls' leg warmers. Those are downstairs, so I'm not going to go and grab them. And I'm going to do a little bit of knitting on Robert's socks. So I've had so many of you asking what colorway this is. I've been showing it on Instagram. This is our Christmas at Hogwarts colorway. And I paired it with Wildwood, which is now a tonal available in the shop. I didn't pair it with Wildwood in the set. I paired it with a one-of-a-kind mini, which is absolutely stunning. And yeah, it's very, very different than all of the other years. It's definitely a very different saturation. It has really pretty flecks of greens, golds, and different shades of red. And Robert saw it, he loved it. And so I thought, why not try out our new tweed sock base? So I dyed it on tweed for Robert, and it's absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to dye up this yarn for the shop. I love that it has nylon in it, because most tweed bases by a lot of mills are 100% merino tweed. And this is a 75-15 merino nylon tweed yarn, so. I've just got some normal clothes on because, as I said, we have to head to 8:30 school soon. I always have the feeling that every time I want to get up, Polly comes and cuddles on my lap, and then I feel terrible. I was just telling Robert this. So we have to leave in about 5 minutes. No, 2 minutes. So I am going to use those 2 minutes to brush my teeth. Not as long as I'd like to, but better than nothing.